Hey guys, Biggie here, and welcome to another Skyrim Anniversary Edition Wabbajack Modlist Quicklook. This time we have Elysium Remastered version 3.3 by Titan's Bane, so we're going to be spending some time checking this list out, seeing what all it has to offer, because it does have a lot to offer. Starting with the character customization though, so you will have a lot of customization options for both males and females. The exception being the Argonians and Khajiit don't really have a lot of options, but they are retextured. You do have Flawn's Argonians, and you do have the feminine and masculine Khajiits. For males, you have Skysight skins, which is, I think, a really good mod that kind of makes the faces appear a little bit more textured than normal, especially when you mess around with the complexion settings. So I've seen people say that they don't like modded Skyrim tending to make everybody look kind of plasticky, that sort of thing. But I think Skysight does a good job of fixing that, as well as Abidjan for females. Now I did throw in the Veil preset. It doesn't come with the mod list, but I tend to go with this one whenever I play a female Dunmer. So we can go ahead and get started. The alternates start living another life. But I did have a save game ready to go with the same preset, starting as a vampire. So Elysium Remastered, it is a chunky list. It is 323 gigabytes, 1900 mods. Of those 1900 mods, there are 1294 plugins, of which 219 are ESP/ESMs. So unless you absolutely know what you're doing, I highly advise against adding in your own mods. And keep in mind, if you do add your own stuff, you do void any official support from the Modlist author. There's immersive interactions, as we can see here. And I can go ahead and show you guys some settings that I like to personally tweak. So by default, for example, True HUD is not set to be combined. I personally like to I feel like it kind of modernizes the UI a little bit if you hit this combine button here, and then you disable scaled bars. I think that makes the UI look a lot more clean. Then you also have the MIA mod, which by default everything is enabled, and then that way you'll have certain actions are renamed. You won't know where doors lead to, and you won't know NPC names unless you talk to them. Now the doors one I personally really don't like, so the only one I clicked is actions, because I like knowing what NPCs are called. But if you want to be super immersive, you can have that enabled as well. You do have quick light. L is the default option for quick light. So let's get going here. Let's make it daytime. Even though we are a vampire, I did tweak the sacrilege vampire settings a little bit. Now one thing people are also probably going to like is you have a Tundra-y looking Whiterun. I know sometimes there are very green looking Whiteruns with a lot of forests and stuff like that, but I myself appreciate the Whiterun Tundra. As I mentioned, this is Anniversary Edition. You will need to get the paid upgrade in order to play this list. Let's check out, looks like this is Rorikstead. One thing Elysium Remastered is absolutely great at is having some of the best city and town expansion mods you will find anywhere. So it has JK Skyrim. I mean, a big theme of this mod list is it has a lot of things put together. So you can't really... That was loud. Oh my god! Oh, I can't God mode. I can't God mode. Can I... What the heck? Who is that? Oh, it's a Vigilant of Stendar. Okay, so you can't... You can't on add-up difficulty. He almost one-shotted me. So you can't actually God mode in this list. unfortunately for me. That did a lot of damage, but he was no match for the kill command. That is crazy. So, I'll talk a lot about some of the mods included here because there's a lot of immersion stuff. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, is this mod list does have a lot of things put together for everything. So you can't just point to the grass and say this is one grass mod that does this all, or the city mods and say it's one city mod. It's actually carefully patched together to make everything compatible, fit together like a glove. So it does have JK Skyrim for interiors and some of the exteriors. It has Cities of the North for Dawnstar, Falkreath, Morthal, and Winterhold. It has a lot of the Great Cities and Towns mod, along with some other miscellaneous things. But as we can see here, this is mostly done by the great town of Rorikstead. I think it looks awesome. I think this is basalt, right? Yeah, basalt cliffs. And it just looks really awesome. I think it looks really, really awesome. It just makes the town feel so much more built up. Kind of gives it a natural protection. Let's go inside of the inn here, because there's going to also be a lot of NPCs. Now, the big graphics mods that are included are Base Coat, which is kind of an upscaling mod. So that's used as the very, very, bottom level basis for everything here. But you have Static Mesh Improvement mod, Noble Skyrim, Skyrim 22X, Ruins Clutter Improved High Poly Project, Majestic Mountains, Cathedral Landscapes, Cathedral Pine Grass, Volkvanger Grass, Skyrim 3D Trees and Plants, and Happy Little Trees. Like I said, I mean, there's so much more that I didn't mention, so make sure to check out the load order. But there are going to be...
How can I help you today?
A lot of different pieces put together, and a lot of immersion stuff in this list. So NPCs, you'll have additional dialogue options. You also tend to encounter a lot more NPCs. There's Zajira and some other person. Let's go to Winterhold, because this has one of the craziest Winterholds you will ever see. For weather and lighting, you have the Wombo combo of Lux, then Natural and Atmospheric Tamriel 3, as well as Rudy ENB for Nat 3. There is also seasonal weather, so weather might look different in the winter compared to the summer. As you can see, Winterhold is very built up,
but it's worth a try.
With the Great City mod. I think this looks absolutely crazy. You will require a beefy computer to run this list, just due to all the upscale textures as well as the city mods added. But I think it's really cool. I mean, that is just awesome to me. It truly feels like the old capital of Skyrim. As mentioned, a lot of new NPCs. Let's go inside the Frozen Hearth, see who's hanging out here.
Could you describe the smell?
Ooh.
Horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded.
The mages don't let us go in the hollow.
It was
They
mine.
said it's not safe in there.
I've already corrected it for future.
The inn looks a lot cooler.
This is why people have...
Go to Whiterun now. Whiterun is going to be built up quite a bit. It has some additional fortifications added. But it'll still look like it's Whiterun itself. Keep it daytime. That looks gorgeous. You really can't go wrong with Rudy for Nat
By
3.
Izmir, it's true. A jester, funny suit. Like,
Uthgerd.
Well, sounds like you've had quite a journey.
NPCs are going to have a variety of different mods to overhaul them. You have Northborn, Pandorbles, Kalilis, Bidgen, Modpocalypse. A lot of things, like I said, put together. That's just some of them. There's, in between the big mods that I mentioned, there's tons of little ones. So with 1900 mods, there's a lot then, and it's impossible to go over everything in one video without making it, 5 hours long. Right.
We'll
for
pay
that.
whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you
See, this
swallow
is
stuff
JK
and
Skyrim
that's
stuff.
Yorland Greyman.
I always know it's JK's when you kind of see some greenery hanging off of buildings. It should be, I think this is from,
Your skin's as pale as this.
it is from Inconsequential NPCs.
Oh,
I
you
do
scared
like
of
this mod
sunlight
quite
or
a bit.
something?
The Isolde, big Bidgen Isolde. Go inside of town.
Come on in.
Thank you. Thank
Let
you.
me know if you need
No,
anything. or
please.
Take a seat by the
Hold
fire and I'll send someone.
One more song. What say you? Yeah? Oh, right then. Now.
Look at them immersively eating bread. Oh, I'm a vampire. Don't let me catch fire. There's Sadia.
If it's work you're looking for,
Like I said,
Helga's the one to talk to.
the mods, I mean, NPCs will be overhauled, but I don't think all of them look like, complete
How are we doing
supermodels.
over here?
Definitely not this
Thirsty?
guy.
Hungry? Both?
Why, yes, hold up. I'll have
Oh, they're talking to each other.
Think it's high time
Pretty cool.
that you lie down, please.
All right, let's get into some combat. Actually, let's go to Solitude. Did I not spell it? Good exterior. There we go. Now, the basis for gameplay is this is mostly a minimalist NIRIM list. So, if you're familiar with mods such as Vokrii, that'll be the perk system that's being used here. It's not fully minimalist NIRIM, but it's close enough. Leveling is going to be experience with without static skill leveling. Skills level as they normally do. Magic, you will have a lot of different magic mods. I mean, tons of spells to choose from because this has Odin, Triumvirate, and Apocalypse magic. Thunderchild manages the shout system. I did mention Sacrilege Vampires earlier, and we did see Winter Sun Fates as well. Growl for Werewolves. You have Valhalla Combat as well, which you don't normally see in a non-MCO list, but that does give you the ability to have a kind of parry system. You do also have a poise system, which we will see once we enter some combat. I have a feeling that I'm just going to get completely wrecked, though. Kind of run around. Why does Skyrim love to rain so much? Could I get a non-rainy Skyrim for once? Oh, there's people fighting over there. Alright, let's get in on this. Really? The Skeever wants to attack me. You can play this in both first and third person. I think this list... Oh!
Victory is yours. I submit.
Jeez. I think in general this list lends itself to being kind of first person focused because you do have immersive first person. You don't really have any new animations added for third person. You already know this guy's full of it. You already know that that guy was going to betray us or something. There's no way he wasn't. There is no way he wasn't about to completely betray us. On top of Valhalla combat, you also have wild wildcat combat, which is a good mod if you want to configure your difficulty. So it does come with, you know, whichever settings it has. But if you want to tweak these settings here, like how much damage you deal and take, then Wildcat is a good mod for doing that. If you feel that maybe you're not doing enough damage, or you're not taking enough damage, you can tweak those settings as you choose. That's probably the best thing. These claws are not it. Oh, actually, let me use the whip. This is from Animated Armory. I do like using these, they're kind of fun. Is this Wolf Skull Cave? Yeah, it is. I don't think I want to go there. Let me check out the map. Let's see where we can run into some shenanigans. Most stuff is just gonna wreck me, though. Actually, let me go to Robber's Gorge. I won't travel directly into it just so I don't get smashed by a million bandits right off the get. Of course, it's raining again. Are you serious, Skyrim? Alright. Skyrim can't go 5 seconds without raining. Sneaking will be a little bit more difficult because it has realistic AI detection. Loot is being managed by OWL, or Open World Loot. And you also do come with more loot miscellencia.
Hello? Who's there?
Never should have come here.
Someone there.
Just
Ow. You know what? I might actually just do this. I knew it. Did you also have a dodging system? What is this guy doing? Ow. He's just dodging like crazy. As I mentioned, there is a poise system. Okay. I think maybe my sacrilege settings aren't what I thought they were going to be. Do I have... Okay, let me see. Sacrilege. Yeah, so I should be able to regen. Maybe I'll use the War Axe. That whip didn't feel great. The Summer Mist is the enchantment mod. You also have Zim's immersive artifacts to give some of the unique artifacts, new effects and things like that. Economy is managed by trade and barter. Okay, these guys are nuts. How are you alive?
Easily blocked.
Stay dead. Like, please stay dead. They're just rolling around like maniacs. Oh my god. Now, if you do want to change that, you can. So if you want to change your NPCs dodging and stuff, you do have the ultimate dodge mod. And you can you can get rid of NPC dodges here. It does make combat kind of fun when they're rolling around like crazy. Yeah, this list is going to be very customizable. That is pretty hilarious. Now, probably saw Legacy of the Dragonborn stuff. We'll talk about after I get rid of this bandit chef. There we go.
gonna die for that. Die, vampire!
How do you know that I'm a vampire? So this is where the poise system gets kind of hilarious. Because you can end up kind of just smacking NPCs around. after a while, they just, you know, kind of keel over. Steel sword. All right. So, Legacy of the Dragonborn fans, you are in luck because this does have Legacy of the Dragonborn and a bunch of add-ons for it. So if you want to play around with that mod and collect all your goodies, you can certainly do so. But it does also have a lot of the big quest mods that people are after. Let's grab this. You have Beyond Skyrim Bruma, Vigilant, Worm's Tooth, Clockwork, The Forgotten City, Missives, Tools of Kagernak, as well as a lot of vanilla quest expansions and a bunch of little mods that I really enjoy seeing that you don't normally get in a lot of lists. So for vanilla quest stuff, timing is everything and the choice is yours. Are going to slow down certain things, as well as some of the Creation Club stuff is either integrated into the world or the quests, when you get the quests, is going to be readjusted. You have a lot of J Serpa's quest expansion mods. Castle Volkihar Rebuilt, which I've mentioned before, really great mod after the Dawnguard questline. Regardless of which side you're on, you can rebuild Castle Volkihar and turn it into a player home. I really do like that mod. And the Gilder Green Regrown mod after the Gilder Green quest. Some time passes. I don't know the default amount of time. Maybe it's a month, maybe it's a few months, but the Gilder Green will eventually become restored. Cool little immersion mod. Let's check out Falkreath. Falkreath should look pretty cool here. Other little miscellaneous gameplay things which I thought were pretty cool. You can adopt a Ventus after the Dark Brotherhood mission where you kill Grelod the Kind. And you have Hearthfire multiple adoptions. So you could adopt a lot of kids and have a Ventus as one of the kids. If the player home is big enough, I believe you can actually fit 6 kids inside of one home with the multiple adoptions mod. Falkreath, as you can see here. Big Falkreath with the Jarl's Palace up there. Pretty awesome. Let's go fight some... Let's see. Can we fight it over here? I don't want to do like a little Forsworn camp. Soldians. Oh, you know what? Volskegger mine. Why don't I try my luck at that? I did mention that you have animated armory as well as some Creation Club integration stuff. Not a ton of new gear added besides that. Although you do get common clothes and armors. I'm sorry. Yeah, common clothes and armors. That's what the one is called. As well as the armor and clothing expansion. And I got one-shotted, so that felt nice. That was insane. The difficulty of this list, it isn't really too hard, despite me getting wrecked. Once you get a few levels in, you should be able to breeze through everything. Should we go with old reliable Ember Shard Mine? Nah, I want to do something else. What about Pine Peak Cavern? I think there might be some bears in here. Let's go fight some bears, see what's going on. And get to see more of the rift. Ow. Alright, I think I can take him. I think I should be able to kill him. Oh! His hind leg got injured! Aha! Get wrecked! And I can level up as well. Okay, I'm thinking... Okay, I did put a point into light armor already. I guess one-handed. Valkyrie has a really nice perk system. I like it a lot. It gives you more options for stuff, but it doesn't feel overwhelming, you know? It was kind of my go-to for a while. I was about to say it doesn't look like anybody's home. That is a loud bear. Hey, people are trying to sleep. As you can see, my stamina bar, as I swing at this bear, is refilling. Sheesh. That was the loudest bear I have ever heard in my life. Hey, but we cleared the cavern. GG. Let's get on out of here. Now, if you noticed those Civil War heroes from the Empire fighting those traitorous Stormcloaks earlier, I believe that's from the Immersive Patrols mod. So you'll run into a lot of stuff like that. We did see inconsequential and 3D NPCs, which are going to fill in the world. But beyond that, you do have Inigo and Lucian as your main follower add-ons.
Are you here to help?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not here to help. I'm a vampire.
What are you doing? I'm not
Hey.
going to warn you again. What are you... Now ain't this nice? Let's see who the real woman is here.
You're supposed to be a bodyguard. You kind of let your folks down there. She's just gonna block. Can you block magic though? She's dodging at me.
I cannot best you.
Wow, she was dodging quick. But at the end of the day, didn't even matter. I feel like these ground covers in Riften. Riften is such a great little hold. Actually, I want to see Morthal. Let's check out Morthal. So Elysium Remastered, who is it for and who isn't it for? Well, I think it's one of the better modlists if you're trying to get a crazy amount of city expansions with some really nice graphics. And if you want city mods plus nice graphics, and you want to be able to have the freedom of playing in either first or third person, this is going to be a good list for you, especially if you like Legacy of the Dragonborn. Yeah, this is looking very nice. One of the better looking lists, I will say. Now, who it isn't for is if you're looking for new third-person animations. You don't really get any outside of what's kind of included with animated armory. Like I said, I do think that it's probably preferable to play in first person. You can play in either. But just the feel of this list, Elysium is probably one of my most played mod lists. If you include the hours that I put into old Elysium. Turn on the immersive mode here. So we can kind of... I mean, that looks really gorgeous. I do think it feels a little bit better in first person. Now, this mod list hasn't received too many updates within the last year. It did have a few patches here and there. So maybe some of the stuff that came out in 2023 you might miss from this list. And, you know, stuff like, I guess, Sky Climb or being able to, like I said, have some of those crazy animation mods and stuff like that. But I do think if you want to play through Skyrim, you want to play through LOTD, you want to play through some of those DLC mods, have really nice visuals, really, really nice city expansion mods, then this is going to be a good list for you. Actually, we've already been here. How about Check out Windhelm, place we haven't been. I also really like how many immersion mods are included in Elysium Remastered. Everything from dialogue to being able to tackle new quests, or I mean vanilla quests in a different way, to the immersive first-person mode and how that's handled. It does feel really cool. A lot of roleplay options with Winter Sun Fates and Vokrii. So Windhelm will have a few things added, especially with this area, but it's not going to be drastically overhauled. What the heck? Anyway, guys, let me know how Elysium Remastered works out for you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you to all the channel members, with a special shout out to Eldon, Did Julius, Tony Griggs, Too Many Mini, Maple C, Avatar V, Vice Art, Ivor Snakebound, Hot Forehead XD, Kennedy Kirby, Simon, Victus, Shadow Talon 7, Caesar, Emily Dancer, Danny Mortensen, Billy Keander, MS Mags, Matt Greco, Eureka, World Eater, Captain Blam ESO, I Am Gremlin, Jakob Razvan, Taz Ossan, TRDD, Alan Elian, Cause, Cthulhu Neil, Austin, Laidback Daddio, and Petrol Pirate. Thank you guys so much.